Sometimes all you need is momentum. Once you get in the thing and in the rhythm of doing something, it becomes second nature. It's as if it's not work. Hello my darlings and welcome back. My name is Diana. If you are new here, before we begin, could you do me a huge favor? I would greatly appreciate it. Would you please hit the like button and the subscribe button? That would greatly help my channel be sent out to others. So I thank you so much for doing that for me and I really appreciate you. Alright, let's get into today's topic. And today's quote states, opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Ooh. Come on, correct? Correct. When was the last time you missed an opportunity because it stated that you had to do X, Y, Z to get there? I'm guilty of that. I am guilty, I will not lie. I believe that I have missed out on certain opportunities just because I did not want to do the work. I remember there was a time where I would hear, oh, these people are millionaires, oh, they just, all these things about millionaires, and I would say to myself, I do not want to be a millionaire. I used to use those words. Can you believe that? I would tell myself that. Do you know why I would tell myself that? Because it requires a different type of level of work to be a millionaire. It requires a lot of dedication, determination, sacrifice. Basically almost everything that you do in real life, just 10 times that, right? Because now your goal is completely different. You want to be at the top. You're going to have to do the things that make you be at the top. You're going to have to do top tier work. And I did not want to do that. I did not want to do that. Would I be a millionaire today? Back then, I would have probably been close. But my mind would always tell me, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. It's just so much work. And something that happened, I think either last year or the year before, but my mindset shifted. My mindset shifted, and for the first time in my whole entire life, I said I would love to be a millionaire. I said that. I'm not a millionaire, okay? Just want to be clear on that, but I would love to be a millionaire, and that's a different type of work. It requires a different type of me to get there. But the fascinating thing is that I missed out on so many opportunities to get there because I thought the work would just be outrageous. I thought it required, I just had this image, okay? Like no sleep at all. No sleep at all. But that's not the case. There are other ways to do something. There are many different ways to reach a goal. Yes, you might have to do things a little bit more, do work a lot more, do work a lot different, examine XYZ all differently. But it's all doable in different ways. So, are you missing out on your opportunities for whatever it is you want to do? Maybe perhaps you wanted to get into this career, but that career required a different level of energy, a different level of work ethic. And you were just like, no, I'm not doing that. So you changed paths, and now you're not where you could have been. That is not fun. That is not good. Because that keeps you either behind or where you don't want to be. Now, if you decide that where you are now is perfectly fine, then absolutely, you did not miss out. But you don't want to look 10 years later and say, oh, I wish I did that thing, but that opportunity came my way, but it was just too much. Is it too much? It's probably not too much. Sometimes all you need is momentum. Once you get in the thing and in the rhythm of doing something, it becomes second nature. It's as if it's not work. And if you love the thing you're doing, it definitely will not feel like work. Also, another example is, let's say your goal is to be married, right? And then an opportunity comes up, meaning that your friends invite you to this event, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, that means I have to go buy a dress. That means I have to go and, I don't know, get dressed. I have to do my makeup. It's just so much I have to do. It looks and feels like work, like a chore. Your friends come back. Your friends end up going and they come back with a report telling you just how many available bachelors were at that event. You missed your opportunity to meet somebody at an event because you thought putting on your makeup and getting a cute dress was a lot of work. So it could be anything, but a lot of opportunities are missed because sometimes we think because they look like work or they feel like a chore. So stop missing out on your opportunities. Okay, don't miss out on your opportunity to get to where you want to get. Take the chances. Take the chances and see what comes out of it. Perhaps after you do the thing, you realize that no, that was just a missed chance, a missed work, a missed XYZ. It was not meant to be, but at least you got there. You're not thinking to yourself, you know what, I wish maybe I would have had. Right? It's better to say, I went for it and I found out that it was not for me. I went for it and it turns out it's not the path that I want to be on. I went for it and it turns out it was not good. But you're not missing the opportunity that could possibly be there for you. Does that make sense? So yes, you will have to put in a little bit of effort. Maybe sometimes a lot of effort. Okay? A lot of effort just so that you can actually see those opportunities. And again, opportunities present themselves when you put yourself there, once you start looking for them. Because when you don't, you won't see them, they won't come to you. Have you ever seen, there was this example that actually happened to me. There was a car that I wanted, right? There was a car that I had wanted. I had never heard of this car before. And suddenly, someone told me about that car and I thought, oh my gosh, it does exist. That's pretty cool. I would like to have that car. I had never seen that car in my whole life. That is one of the oldest cars on the planet, right? However, after realizing that that car existed and started to look for that type of car, I started seeing people on the street in that car, in that type of car. It was like the opportunities are there. The opportunities are there, okay? Enter into that space where you can see them so that you can put in a little bit or a lot of effort for them so that you can have your dream, so that you can have that thing, so that the opportunity can be present for you to partake in whatever it is that you want. Alright my friends, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I would like to invite you over to Master Your Money. It's a course that takes you from feeling overwhelmed about money to confidently managing your income, expenses, and savings. It's a budgeting course, so you'll create a budget that works for your lifestyle and stick to it so that you could reach your financial goals. The link is in the description box below. Alright, be sure to like the video and subscribe if you have not yet, and leave a star-eyed emoji if you have made it to the end of this video. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.